What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up, Grand Rising, Kings and Queens, Grand Rising, or Grand Afternoon, or Grand Evening, whatever your pleasure, whatever your pleasure. What up, what up, what up? I'm back. Had to take off a couple of little while because things wasn't hitting in there in that Cash App like I thought it should be going, and so I had to take off a couple of days. But I'm back. I couldn't take it no more, so I said, let me hit him back with a little bit of something. So, like I say in the beginning, please like, share, donate, subscribe, and hit that notification button. I haven't been saying that, but hit that notification button. I got a couple of calls telling me that they didn't get the notification, and I'm wondering why. I'm wondering why. But anyway, how's everybody doing this day? How's everybody doing? We had a little snowstorm up where I'm at. Oh my goodness, we had about 100 feet of snow. It was coming down really crazy. It was really was. But we made it through. We made it through, and there was supposed to be another snowstorm today, but it didn't happen. So God is good. God is good. Okay, okay, let's go. Let's see what's happening here. Let's take a couple of shout outs. Salute, Select Global, salute, China Black Peace, Riri, yes, my moderator. Oh my love, she's in here, and she always does what she does to make sure everything is right, and that's what we're doing. DJ Biggs, what's up? Salute, 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 salute. Okay, first class citizen, salute, 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 salute. Okay, so I'm gonna jump right in it today. Okay, I'm not gonna pull no punches. I'm not gonna save nothing. I'm gonna go right into it. Right into it. So, all right. So a lot of times I always start off by saying that so I don't want anybody to feel like I'm picking on them or anybody. That's not what I'm doing. It's really not what I'm doing. But what I'm doing is I'm showing that a lot of times a lot of people want to take credit for something that we created, and you know who we are. If you want to say FBA, if you want to say Freeman, that's us. That's what we are. And so a lot of times people, hold on, give me 1 minute. Yeah, I had to pull that up. Okay. So a lot of times people, what they do is they look at our creations and they try to mimic it. They try to copy it. They try to take it. And that's just pure facts. That's just what they do. Don't know why. Well, I kind of do know why because we're the joint. We're the bomb diggy and all of that. So I understand that. But like I said, that's what they do. So let's do some research here. Let's do some research. Because I started digging and I started to find out some things that I was looking for before, but I didn't find it. But now I'm finding it. Okay, so first off, let's start by saying this. Let's hook this up. Okay, let's hook this up. Now, where were we? Here we go. Okay, so now let's start off by saying, first off, that I didn't know this. I didn't know this. Okay, so Jet Magazine started in 1951. Okay, there it is. The first issue of Jet Magazine was on November 1st, 1951, founded by John H. Johnson of the Johnson Publishing Company. Okay, so the launch date was November 1st, 1951. Okay, so that's 1951. Okay, it says significance. It was sister publication to Ebony and served as a crucial source of news for the Black community, including coverage of the civil rights movement. Okay, so that tells a lot. That tells a lot. That tells a lot of the story of what we were seeing and what we were doing and what was happening with our scene. This is not anybody else's scene. This is our scene. Okay. And so there's picture of that one of the first Jet magazines. So I'm gonna get those beauties, the Jet beauties of it. But okay. So let's go back now and let's look. I don't know if this is it. No, that's another one. Okay, here we go. Okay, so now, and this is even not even back far enough. Okay, let me go here. Okay, let me go here. This should be one. Okay, here. Okay, now, who is that guy? Who is that guy? Who is that guy? Some would say that that is the father, grandfather of hip hop. Um, if you look at it at a point as for us, for the children that created hip hop, that could have been our father, because he showed us what it was to be not only an entertainer, but he showed us what it was to take a funky sound and broadcast it to the our people. And when I say our people, meaning our people, that's just keep it real. You know, I guess if you were Spanish or someone, you would have someone that you guys looked up, or Jamaican. It would be the same thing. It would be your who you looked up to, and where you got your style from, and where you got your moves from. So in the hip hop community, for us children that created hip hop, this was the guy. This was the guy. And I think I show something. I think I want to put this up. But there was here. Let me see. Okay, that's one thing. That's one of my albums. But here you go. Here you go. Okay, there we go. Okay, so now uh if you notice what James has on, he has on uh back in those days it was called Crush Velvet. So he has on a burgundy crushed velvet top and bottom. Burgundy crushed velvet top and bottom. So a lot of people say that, at a young age or a young time, that we couldn't dress, that we weren't, but as James Brown having that crushed velvet burgundy suit on, hey, look at that guy. Look at that guy. Look at that guy. And that's my older sister. But look at that guy. Yes, look at that guy. That to me just shows the what I wanted, like who I emulated, what I thought, it looks like I got my dukes up, like I'm ready to shoot some shots or whatever at somebody. But yeah, that's a crushed velvet suit as well. That's a crushed velvet top and bottom suit. Okay. So what I'm saying, the reason why I'm bringing that is because in our comments, and I see every time that I come in, there's comments where I say that I ask mainly Puerto Ricans and Jamaicans um, that said that they were 50-50 to show some of the outfits that you would have had in the 70s. Show some of those outfits that you would have had in the 70s. And so it's right there. I showed, what I would have been wearing in the 70s. And that's something you can't make up, that's just something. I also wanted to show you this. Now, people don't know that hip hop was basically created in 1970, but it went out. And so the first date of hip hop, real hip hop, the hip hop as we know it today, would be July 7th, 1971. Okay. And so if you look at this was July, I think 6th or 8th, 1971. And this was the scope of things, like, Shab, Cool. This was the scope of things. And so I put up that picture so that people could understand, like, what our things were to create hip hop, what we were thinking about, how we were, what our vibe was for the creation of hip hop. Okay, take another look at this. Okay, now this is, like I said, this is 1971, and this is our swing of things, as you want to say. um Look, now the thing is that no matter what we were wearing, how we were sporting it, it was something to show what our coolness was. You know, now you can look at this right here and say, "Wow, that's she's just gorgeous. She's beautiful. She's gorgeous." That's what our themes were. That's what we were. That's what we were. We were funky. We were we were all the things. And you know, I just want people to understand. See, look at our afros, and look at Flip Wilson and Aretha Franklin and Roberta Flack, Isaac Hayes. Okay, so that's our stuff. Expo 1971. That's our stuff. That's what we were, what we are, and it can't even say were, because we are that. This is what we are. So I bring that up again to say that the people that call it 50-50, please go back to 71 and 70 and show us your style. Show us what you were doing. Show us how you were activated, in a sense to say, um, look, look at us, look at us. You see, and now that is, man, listen, this you see our matching ability. You see how we had to match. We weren't just all willy nilly, wearing different colors. We were matching because that was our style. That's where and so for us, the children that were emulating these older people, that's what we had to go by. You see what I'm saying? And so I say it again. So show us what you had to go by, 50-50. Show us what you had to go by, what you were emulating, what caused you to bring your 50% over to us and see what we were doing. And it's crazy, that people actually say, that they would look at Miles Davis. Look at him. Okay. Now, I don't care what you say, no matter what, right? That coolness is there. It's there. And that's what we look at Sammy. You see what I'm saying? And so look at our coolness. Look at what we were looking up to. Look what we had to go to. You see what I'm saying? This is what we had. And so it's hard for me to say someone was 50-50, but they don't have that. They don't have that gump that we were looking and vibing to. And it's hard to even say that that's what was happening. It's hard to say. Someone sent me this picture, okay, because I had said it in another broadcast about the 45s being in the cereal boxes. Now look at that. Just look at the creation that we had to be a part of. You see what I'm saying? This was something that we were a part of. Okay, so what 50-50? Who else 50-50 have brought this into the play? This is what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say, look at this. Really look at this and say what we even look at the sugar dude, the sugar bear. Okay, look, that's our funkiness. That's just it. And so for someone to try to ease edge in there and say that they're 50-50 or anything to try to take it away, it's crazy. If you stop and think about it, it is actually crazy that this is us, and there's no way you can say that it's not us. Like there's just no way. The proof is in the pudding. Anything, and this is just a little part of it. I'm just going back to 70 and 71. Okay, so I'm not digging in and into where that comes from, but I'm digging into 70 and 71. Also, I wanted to show this picture because I didn't tell where was at. Well, this is on Westchester Avenue. This was the Tom McCann and Westchester Avenue. And if you are looking at it at this point, on the right hand side was the display for Florsheim shoes. Okay, so that's where the display was for floor shine shoes. Okay. I say that to say that these things that I'm showing you now, all right, these things are what made us. This is what made hip hop come about. This is the style, the groove that we were in. The moods that we were in, the vibe that we were in. These are some of the things that we were into. And so it's no imagine to know that, okay, yeah, I can see where the styles go from here to there, where the music might go from here to there. It's like, so the reason I say this over and over again is show the proof. Show the proof of where you say hip hop started, or your 50%. Show the proof. Okay, I'm gonna go back and because this is something that I've been getting messages about and everything. They sometimes they're asking me questions, and I just skip over some stuff. So I'm gonna go back into the comments. I'm going to go back up, and I'm going to read some comments, and I'm going to take it there. Okay. So let's see here. Because I know there's going to be some stuff here. There's going to be some stuff here. Okay. Malik Bey. Shalom, family. Shalom. Okay. There's a lot of shout outs, shout outs, shout outs. First class citizen shout now. Marvin McKinley. Shout out. Peace. Peace, family. What's good? First class shout out the Jet Beauty of the Week. Now, yes. So I'll throw that one up there because I like to throw stuff up there. Okay. So Asiatic Supreme 4013 says, shout out the Jet Beauty of the Week. Now, if we are young, let's put it out there. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it a buck. And we see something of beauty, which the Jet Beauties were. At a young age, that's what we want. When we grow up, when we're able to have it, when we're able to have that Jet Beauty, that's what we want. Okay? So we look at those guys, those older guys at that age that are with those Jet Beauties. Okay. So if I see that you got on a mock neck and some AJs and some rips or Playboys or British, and you got that Jet Beauty, ain't that one of the things that I'm going to want to wear to get that Jet Beauty? But when I get older, that's what you're going to do. And that's what it is. So you gotta look at those people, and I say those people because those are the ones that say it's 50-50. So you look at those people and you say the same thing. Okay, who were you looking at to say, oh, I want that when I get older? Who were you looking at? What were their styles? What were they dressing like? What were they vibing to? What were they talking about? Okay, so we want to see that because you said you brought it 50-50. You brought from your culture to us. So let us see that. Okay. All right. I used to get every issue of Jet Magazine and post the beauties of the week on my wall and inside my school locker. Who didn't? Who didn't? First class citizen. Who didn't? I had the posters. I had Pam Grier up there. Oh, come on, man. That's our style. That's our style. Now, this is the catch. Do you remember any other than us being up on those walls? Do you remember that? Do you remember looking at any other styles other than what our styles is? Okay, so now I'm going to go back to what this whole thing is about. So I'm trying to show the vibe in which we did. Now, don't think that I'm just saying that Puerto Ricans tried to steal it or Jamaicans tried to steal it. Pink people were the first people to steal anything. They're the first people to steal anything. Now, when we look at, because we're gonna do this, my next section, with Sylvia Robinson, right? And Bobby Robinson, right? Okay, so yes, they produced something to us. They brought forth something to us. But who did they have to go to do that? Who were the companies ran by that they were able to produce that to us? Number one. So those pink people already had their hand in whatever we did without the doubt. They already had their hand in what we did. So I say that to say this. They stole something from us, right? As far as it became $1 trillion business, a double trillion dollar business, right? So the money is always in someone else's hand other than the people that did it. That's number one. So, how can we take it back and start from something if we're not even willing to fight for it being shared? We're actually sharing it. We're allowing people to say it's 50-50. We're allowing other cultures to come in and say that they created this. We're allowing them to say that this is what happened and this is how it happened, and telling our children and their children that this is how it happened, and that's it. So we're not willing to even stand up and say, hold up, man, what you doing? And we're not doing that. So why wouldn't they take it from us? They say this from school days. If a bully comes and takes your lunch money one day and you let him take it, you better believe that the next day he coming to get your lunch money. Serious. But even if you feel like the guy could win, or whoever the bully is could win, if you take you and bam, bam, whatever, that bully is going to think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times the next day if he's going to be able to take your money or not. And that's the end of it. Simple. So that's the same thing that I'm trying to do now, is tell the bullies, the thieves, the cheaters, nah, you're not taking hip hop away from the creators. You're not. And so the momentum it goes when everybody else says, yo, FaZe, I'm with you. Let's do this. I got your back. Let's do this. Let's not let this go. We let everything else go. Let's let this go. And that's why I'm here. I'm here. All right, I'm here. Okay, a little bit more. Okay, okay. So, first class citizen says who? James Brown. All right. Now, why is James Brown so significant to hip hop? Why? You want to know? I'll tell you this how it goes. James Brown's music, his overall music is based on the drums. If you look at any of James Brown's records, any of them, they're based on the drum beat. That's it. Okay. Y'all know what I'm doing right now. Okay. That's based on James Brown it. And so that's what we did. We emulated that. That's what we emulated. We emulated that drum beat. And that's where our groove comes from. That's where our set comes from. That's where our whole part of everything comes from. It comes from that drum sound. So yes, that's it. Yes, he is the godfather of soul. He's the godfather of funk. He's the godfather of and I say, see, people say godfather, but I say he's the father and the grandfather. All right. And why I say that is because for us, the creators, us, we were at an age where James Brown could have been our father. You see what I'm saying? He could have been our father. So now, after our generation, then he could have been the grandfather. You see what I'm saying? So when he was, so for us, now before that, he was those people's, he could be godfather. You know what I mean? Like so, if usually godfathers are someone closer to your age. So if like you would have your boy, your cousin, or something, be your godfather, and he would be closer to your age. So that's the difference with me. I don't know about everybody else, but that's the difference with me. Okay, so Gogo says, salute, cool DJ Face. Thank you for sharing your wisdom with us. Oh, peace, peace, definitely peace, definitely peace. Okay, let's get to. I want some questions. I want some questions. Let's go. They can't because they can't. They didn't dress like us. No, they didn't. They didn't. Okay, let me see. So, John Shaft, Richard Roundtree. Oh, salute to Desmond Wilson. He passed away. And doing some research on him, wow, there was a lot going on, even back in those days with the exploitation of us. And so he was going through a lot. And I found out that he didn't attend um, Red Fox's funeral, which hurt me. It hurt me to find out that he didn't. But that's another story. We'll go in there. Okay, let's see what Big says. Yes, they need to show us because we are still waiting. They still have been coming empty-handed and just talking, shaking my damn head. Yes, so that's it. So I wouldn't even do these things. I wouldn't, keep on staying on them, and like other people say, keep my foot on my neck, if they wouldn't come up with the lies. That's it. I think that if they wouldn't come up with the lies, then we wouldn't even have nothing to even talk about. It wouldn't be no discussion, because they would just say, okay, straight now. Some of them do. And that's why I always say that it's not about how I'm just getting on one type of people. I'm not. Some of them are straightforward, and they say straight up, nah, that's the Moreno style. That's us. That's what we do. And so I believe that, if you really stop to think about it, the ones that don't to lie, and the ones that want to say that they 50-50, those are the ones that are trying to steal what we created. And that's it. There's no other reason for you to say that if you wasn't trying to steal what we have, and for what. So that is, now hold on. Okay. Um Also, the ball players that will be free. Okay, I still dress like Riri says, I still dress like the 70s. And I ain't mad at you. Not at all. You always look good, and I think that for us, we can't even say that it's the 70s, because we dress our culture, and our culture goes back before the 70s, and we dress our culture. So, in other words, we're not going to go out, or just go out to the store or anything looking a certain way. We're just not going to do it, and so for us, that style is just what we are. That's us. That's what we are. And so, Riri, you keep on dressing like the 70s, whatever you feel, you do, and guarantee we're gonna look at you and say you beautiful. Guarantee. All right. Hold on. They know 50-50 thing is a lie, but they're willing to go with it because they're desperately trying to steal hip hop. So, why are they being able to go with it? Who is financing them, and who is funding them? Who is um, promoting them to do that? And I think that's where the new discussion has to be about. It has to be about, where are they, who is funding them, who is supporting them by saying that, where is this coming from, who has a hold on this to make it go. I know it's not just social media, because you got to look at it, you really got to look at it, look at everything, every trend that we do. One of the funniest trends that I say, and I think about it, is because, okay, so they consider that they're the ones that they're breakdancing, right? They consider that. That's what they consider, right? But yet and still, if they've created something that's as great as breakdancing, right? What is the next steps? What are the next hundreds and thousands of dances created after that? See, because we already decided that there's an age group for breakdancing. There's an age group for slow dancing and grinding. There's an age group for all kinds of dances, for waltzing and for every jitterbug and all of those dances. There's an age group for it. So those people that say that they created breakdancing, what's their next step? What's their next creation? You see what I'm saying? But they can't do that. They can never come up with it. No matter how much you ask or whatever you say, they're never gonna come up because it's non-existent. It's not there. It's not there, people. And so by them saying that and not being able to prove anything other than that, and I'll already tell you, I tell them straight up, they not breakdancing. They not. That's not breakdancing. Whatever they were doing, that's not break. That could be called acrobats. It could be called whatever, but it should not be called breakdancing. And the longer that we continue to say that that's what they're doing, the longer they're gonna say it. The longer we're gonna say it. But if we put our foot down and say, listen, that's not breakdancing. That's not what it was meant to be. That's not what we were started it off to do. And even evolving, it didn't even it didn't evolve to that. It didn't. Breakdancing, people still know how to breakdance. We still know how to breakdance. Even today, if I was, I could get on the floor and I could breakdance right now, and I could do it to the beat and I could rock out. You know what I'm saying? Till this day. So it's hi, oh man, yo, okay. All right. Los Angeles already had locking before 1970. We had Soul Train by 1971. LA is so overlooked as providing key points of the culture for what later became hip hop. Ah, I hate to go in. I hate to go in, but that's not cipher. It isn't. Los Angeles, just like DC, just like Detroit, just like Ohio, just like all of those places, all right, follow New York's lead. There's no other way you can slice it. They follow New York's lead. Simple. And just like a lot of places, they follow New York lead. So if you think about locking, the term locking, it became popular there because of Soul Train. Simple. It came, but first time I ever saw the robot was in New York. First time I ever saw somebody go to the floor and jump up was in New York. First time I seen somebody take their foot and kick it out was in New York. First time I seen somebody rubbing their hands, rolling their hands like this was in New York. So to say that they were locking before 1970, they could have been, but that had nothing to do with hip hop. What does that have to do with hip hop? We're talking about hip hop now. We're talking about hip hop. Locking doesn't go for hip hop. It doesn't. Listen to the music. Dum 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 right? That's what they do the locking them for. That ain't that ain't that. So that ain't hip hop. So yeah, they could have been locking in the 60s. They could have been locking in the 50s, 40s, whatever. It ain't got nothing to do with hip hop. We talking about hip hop here. We talking about hip hop here. So not that later became hip hop. We talking about hip hop. We talking about the creation of hip hop, sir. So that Los Angeles was doing that, yeah, they could do whatever they want to do. That ain't got nothing to do with the creation of hip hop. Keep it funky. All right. Okay. So I don't know who that was or whatever, but like let's keep it real. Let's keep it 100. All right. When they were locking in the 70s, right? Look at their gear. We wasn't doing that. They had on clown suits. They had on the funny colors and the clown suits. We wasn't doing that. I already showed you our style. We was doing. So we didn't bring that clown suit into hip hop. We didn't do that. We didn't. And that's 100%. So to say locking, no, it ain't changed nothing. It ain't do nothing for us. We ain't care about them locking. Go ahead, lock, lock, unlock, triple lock. Don't matter. It don't got nothing to do with hip hop. We talking about hip hop. We talking about the creation of hip hop and who tried to steal hip hop. Keep it 100. You know, all the aunties were mentioning Gucci. This is and Gucci that, in their little gossip in the 70s. Um, well, see, I'm gonna be honest with you. Those name brands like that, Gucci and Louis Vuitton and stuff like that, they were there. They were there, but mostly for luggage. Keep it 100. It was, Gucci was for luggage, for bags. Louis Vuitton was for luggage. It was for bags. So, we were into, yes, we were into to different, name brands and stuff like that, but we weren't in it like that. We weren't, we were in it to look good. And if it felt good and it was, it didn't it yes, we were looking to impress with expensive stuff, but we were mostly into taking something that nobody got or had and making it popular, making it trend. That's what we were. We were, so we would have been the ones to say, okay, Gucci is fly. And so we're gonna rock this Gucci. And then people start getting on to Gucci. Because like I said, when 69ers, when Keds came out, they were basically skips. BF Goodrich, they were skips. Converse, Converse came out. When they came out, they were just regular sneakers. Until Clyde Frazier wore the Pumas. Before that, they were just regular sneakers. And so, man, it's so hard to say why these trends happen with us, because they happen during a time where we were making them a trend. So yes, if they were talking about Gucci or something, yes, they might have been talking about it, but it wasn't for us until we made it hot. We made it. Look at leather jackets. Look at leather jackets. Look at the bombers. the leather bombers, the Air Force bombers. So those been out 40s, 50s, 30s, or whatever, been out. But when we started rocking them in the 70s, then it became, oh, now we got to get that, just like the combat boot. Look how old the combat boot was for the Army, okay? But when we started rocking them, it became a trend. It became a trend, and that's the difference. That's what I'm trying to get people to understand, that we set trends. And so when we set trends, that's the problem. People will start a trend, and then people will say, oh, that been out since this. Oh, those came out long time ago. Yeah, they did. But was they rocking? Was you rocking it like this? Did you have it going like this? No. So that's what made it the trend. Okay. And I guess it's gonna, I guess, I don't know. I don't know if people are ever really gonna get it. Um Andre, I know, is that Andre? Oh my goodness. I hope that's Andre. The show is. What up, cuz? What's good with you? All right. So Andre brings up the quarter field, which I can't wait to do my fashion show again on here. But that's one of my OGs, right? That's one of the first building that I moved in Bronxdale, and he was right down the hallway from me. So his family and my family, we were like this, I could walk in his house, he could walk in our house. That's how we were back then. So yes, he's bringing up the quarter field right now, and to keep it 100, right? We got our quarter fields from AJ Lester. All right. So our quarter fields, and I'll show you the picture of it. Our quarter fields had the silk inside and had the patch that says AJ Lester in it. Okay. So that's the difference between going and getting a quarter, because when we were getting it, people ain't even know about the quarter field, to be keep it real. People didn't know about it. And so when it started getting popular, then you could go to Delancey Street or Simpson Street, Jew Man's, or whatever. And then after that, honey, after that, then you could start getting a quarter field in Alexander's and stuff like that. And then that's when other people started getting quarter fields. And that's how everything went. Everything went. British Walkers went that way. Playboys went like that. Because when we were getting British Walkers, we were going to British Walker and getting British Walkers. Playboys, Rips, Marshmallows. When we were getting it from there, from British Walker. Okay? So after that, then you could get them at Florsheim. Then you could get them at Jew Man. Then you could get them at Delancey Street and stuff like that. So by that time, other people could get it because, like I said before, it wasn't just going up in AJ Lester. They wasn't going up there. All them dudes now to talk about they this and all that. They was getting thousands and all of that stuff. It wasn't going up in the AJ Lester. I proved that. I proved that when I asked the question, what was the first thing you see when you walk in AJ Lester? What's on the left? What's on the right? What's in the back? I've been to prove that. I already showed you the champagne from AJ Lester. All right, the big bottle of champagne. It says Royal Day Champagne on it, not Caron. It says champagne on it. That's AJ Lester bottle. Okay, so that's what happened, Andre. Dre, tell them, let them know. Let them know where we come from, what it is, why we was trending, why things trend like that. So Dre talking about the Quarterfield from AJ Lester. He's not talking about the Alexander Juman Delancey Street joint. He talking about the Quarterfield. All right, that's it. Whoa. Okay. Oh, let me see. I can remember aunties taking their heels off inside of the shoes, said Yves Saint Laurent way back then. Taking their heels off, I don't understand that. You gotta rephrase that. I don't understand that, but okay. So I don't see any more questions. Faye's just mad because it left the hood. Because what? Faye's just mad because it left the hood. Uh, I'm not putting that up because obviously, this guy is like, he's not us. Obviously, that's number one. Number two thing is, what am I mad about? Am I mad because you guys want to steal our culture? Is that what I'm mad about? If you're saying that's what I'm mad about, then you're 100% right. You're 100% right. And to say, because it left the hood, what left the hood? What left the hood? We left the hood. All right, we left the hood. We went from the projects to private houses to mansions. So we left the hood. So what are you talking about? Where are you talking about? Okay, everybody just like Dre will tell you. You know, he from my building. He from or on the third floor. He's from my building, and he knows that we left from the projects to a private house to mansions. Okay. So we left the hood. So what am I mad about? Like, why can I be mad that it left the hood? We left the hood. Okay, and that's it, and so on and so on and so on. So I don't know where this guy comes from. He's probably one of those haters that he can't stand the fact that the truth comes out and y'all was not 50-50. Y'all had nothing to do with the creation of hip hop and all that, you know. So yeah, they're gonna come. They're going to come. They're going to watch everything that I do, watch everything that I say, and just be mad. They're the ones that's mad, and they always do that. They always say that somebody else is mad when they're mad. They're not even are they mad, but they're hurt. They're hurt. They're hurt. They you know, it's just so bad to them. Like why? Why is FaZe doing this? Why is he exposing us? Why is he telling? He's not lying for us. Why? So that's who's mad. But okay. Uh Okay, Jamal says around the world, what up, FaZe? Waiting on you, but whoa. Good, I gotta throw that up there. So people, your wait is almost over. Okay. We're right now in negotiations with a publisher. Okay. So that's one thing he said about the book, waiting on the book. So it's together. It's already together, but as far as getting a publisher, we want to keep it within. Okay, that's what it is. We want to keep it within. We're tired of just like a record company. We're tired of having to give some of our creation to somebody else that is sitting there. We can do it. Just like you're asking for that book, all I have to do is get it manufactured. That's all I have to do. And we can sell it within ourselves. See, family? So that's what it is, brother. So that's another reason why I'm asking you guys for support. You get it? So I can make up 100,000 copies of the book. Would you guys support? Because that's how they do. That's how the pink people do it. Those pink people come to us, get the product, and sell the product. We're the product. All right. So we're in negotiations right now with a publisher. If we come back and he doesn't say what we know we're gonna make from this book, because this book is gonna shut down everybody else that is not real. Put it that way. If you're not real, if you're saying that this happened and it didn't happen, it's shutting you down. And that's it. Because I got proof. I got proof. All right. I have 100% proof that it started the day that I say it started, when it started, and who was there when it started. Got the proof. So this book is going to shut down so much. It's going to shut down so much. And so people want to hear that. Even the people that is shutting down is going to grab this book. Okay. So we already know ahead of time. You know how many people is asking, just like Jamal is asking for this book? So it's we. Anyway, Jamal, your wait is almost over. Your wait is almost over. Okay. I'm not even going to put this guy here no more. This guy is Riri. Get him out of here. He's just get him out of here, because that's or they're sent. They're sent to, if he didn't believe or whatever that we're saying or whatever. If he says I'm mad, why is he here? Why is he here? What makes him come here? He can go anywhere else. The internet is full up with streams and stuff. Why is he here? And you got to ask yourself that, people. Why is he here? Because he's feeding off of our culture. He's feeding off of what we do. He's so impelled into seeing what we're doing. It's so interesting what we're doing. It's so something that he'll never have. He'll never have our vibe. He'll never have our beat. He'll never have our tone, our outlook. He'll never have none of that. So he has to come into these things that we're creating and do it. Like, oh man. Unbelievable. Get him out of there, Riri. Get him out of there. Don't. Okay. And look, get him out of here, because he's wasting up our comment section. he's wasting it. Like he's oh my God. China, let's if we don't say nothing to this guy, he all he can do is fill up our stuff, because he wants to be talking to us. He wants to be in the conversation. He's sitting home right now. He probably got the notification. FaZe is on. Let me go. He probably dropped everything he was doing, wherever he was at. And I'm gonna go in because FaZe is on. That's what we do, man. Okay, let's show this because it says something. I hope that you know who doesn't believe Eminem took it to another level because his crappy discography will disappoint him. And it's true. It's true. They try so bad. Oh my goodness. They're like okay, and this is so true. And I hate to bring up this guy, but it's like Elvis. It's like the Osmonds. Um, they see something and they see the love that we get. They see how it's just awesome, that it's just great, and they want to be a part of it. That's it. They want to be a part of it. And that's what this guy is. This guy wants to be so bad a part of us that he'll say just anything. And we're talking to him. That's why we don't gotta talk with. We don't gotta say his name. We don't. His comments mean absolutely nothing to us. Nothing. Nothing. Nobody in this chat right now gives two rings for this guy. Not nobody. So let's leave him alone. Leave him alone. Let him talk by himself. Let him talk. You guys just let him talk. Let him be there. Let him just. Hey, thanks, sir, for being here for us. Oh God. Oh my goodness. Why you guys arguing with this guy? Okay, now the first class citizen says something. Now, and this is what I say. Okay, listen, guys, listen. Now, this is proof. This is proof of what I've been saying. So, first class citizen says that's facts. Louis Vuitton and Gucci were for luggage, right? Okay, so now a lot of people that were saying these things or whatever didn't realize that. Didn't realize that Louis Vuitton and Gucci were for luggage. They didn't realize that. So watching my podcast, right? That's a fact that came out that's known. So just like what I'm saying with the book, if you subscribe, if you like, if you share, and you donate, right? Then I can bring you these facts. And then you'll know these facts, guys. You'll know these facts. My Cash App should be loaded with, yo, thanks, FaZe. Thanks, FaZe. Yo, you just said facts. You just brought that up. We didn't know that. It's thanks, FaZe. Cash App, PayPal. Thanks, FaZe. And that's what doesn't happen. So now what am I supposed to do? Just continue, just keep on, continue and bring in and come on. It don't work like that. I got some ride or dies in here that say, yo, here, let me shoot this for FaZe right now. Let me, do this. Thank you, FaZe. Thank you. And so I can continue to bring and bring and bring. You see what I'm saying? People had never saw those British walkers before. Never saw them. Heard about them, but never saw them. People had never saw the champagne from AJ Lester. Heard about it, but never saw it. They never saw it. And then I brought it and I showed it. Okay. So all of those people that's getting millions of dollars and doing this and doing that and was there and all that, let them go back in their house, go in their room, pick out the champagne, show the champagne, the AJ Lester champagne. AJ Lester's got to say champagne on it, right? And go get the British Walkers, the real British Walkers, not the British Walkers with the round, with the square. British Walkers. And I got other stuff. I got a quarter fill. I got a real sheepskin. All right, and I can show it. So that's what I'm talking about. Some people and the OJ card. That's for my card. That's what I took out of my drawer. That's the OJ card. People never saw that before. People never saw the real OJ card. It was a card. You see how old it was. You just see the official. It's a card. People never saw that before. And so now they say, oh, yeah, I know what an OJ card looks like or whatever. Why? Because I showed it. I showed it. So hit that Cash App. Hit that PayPal. Let's keep it rocking. Let's keep this going. Let's keep our foot on guys like that's neck. Let's prove to them that they wasn't 50-50. Let's do it. I could do it. I could do this for days. I could go to bring out the records. I could bring out the equipment. I could bring out the clothing, the gazelles, all of that. I could bring because I was there, official tissue. All right? I don't just talk about it. I don't just talk about I was here, I was here, I was here. I can show you. Show you better than I can tell you. But you gotta do that. We gotta put you getting these facts and everything. Let's do this. Let's keep it rocking. Okay. All right. Hold on. I can't believe you guys are still talking to this guy. Truth Savior, what's up, Truth Savior? What's going on, man? You know, I'm gonna come back with, and me and Truth Savior go through this a lot. So I'm just gonna throw it out here on here, Truth Savior, because I see that you're here. Me and Truth Savior go on back and forth with the being called the color black. um you know, it's like I always tell him, and I say this to everybody that I love, and I tell them that it's even if, which is impossible, but even if we saw someone with black skin, how many of those people that we see with the black skin can name all of us? That's the question I have. How many? This is brown. This is brown. My skin is brown. All right. My hat is black. All right. So, how many of us that are really black? So, that's number one. Number two is the status. When and True Savior is always, he goes deep. He's one of the best researchers that I've ever seen. Truth Savior is him, and he really digs in and he does his homework, and I admire him, you know. But like I said, if we keep on doing, because this is another thing too. In during the research, if you go back and you think about this whole thing, we were given this language. This is not our native language. This language we were given. So they are the one that gave us that, that status. They're the ones that did it. And so we're using their language to say, yes, we're black people. We're black people. And this goes on and on and on and on. I can say it just go on. But when we say black people, we're umbrellaing, meaning we're under the umbrella of all of us that are dark skinned are black. So, like I said before, you got Dominicans that are black. You have some Puerto Ricans that are black, that are considered black, and that are dark skinned. Okay, you have that. You have Puerto Ricans, you have Dominicans, Cubans that have the dark skin. Some of them are darker than us and me. And so that's why we just gotta we and me and True Savior will always go through it, I guess, but that's what it is. Okay. Uh Jamal says, look what we did for Timberland. Timberland. And I gotta put this up there. Dag, I meant to show you. Okay, so y'all guys gotta remind me. I have the Timberlands that came out in the 70s, like 70, 71, that we were rocking. I have them. Okay. I have them. I have them. And so the next time you guys remind me to go in the closet and pull out those Timberlands because people think that the Timberlands came out in the 80s or whatever. Nah, no, no. And that's another thing that's in my book that I'm going to show you guys to prove. Like I said, Phase always proves it. All right. So y'all guys remind me to do that. Okay. I see there's another one in here, but oh my goodness. Oh my God. Jamal says hate watching is the best watching. Oh God. Uh, God, see, this is so. If you look at this guy's comments and stuff, y'all mean to tell me y'all really can't tell that he probably got bullied by us? That's number one. He probably got snapped on. We probably snapped on him when he was younger, and he just he just tries his best to be incorporated with us. Like if he doesn't like us, right? If he thinks we're so whatever, just ask him. Ask him why is he here? Ask him. You guys want to do something? Ask him why is he here? Why? If he doesn't like us, he thinks that we're everything we're saying is a lie, or we're this and we're that, and we're delusional, we're all of this stuff, right? Why is he here? Why doesn't he go where his culture is at? Why does he? I'm sure they got a culture channel or whatever, or do something to do with their culture. Why isn't he over there? Why isn't he over there? Why is he coming and messing with us people that don't know nothing or don't do nothing or never created nothing? Why is he over here with us and commenting and everything? Oh my God. Can somebody answer that for me? Can somebody please answer that for me? Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. Oh, Dad, see what happens? See what happens? Oh man, I can't even look at all of these things and y'all was going in. Y'all. Look at this. Look what China thought. She said, you know, you thought FaZe was still in the hood. That's why you said he's mad because hip hop left the hood, even though it didn't. Okay, so in 1977, my family moved out of the projects and bought a private house. Okay. For all those people that's been to our family house know that yes, they've been out of the project since 77. And then all of those people that been to my house know I've had a mansion for years, like for years. Okay. So I have not been living in the projects since 1977. And where my parents moved to is not the hood. Okay. You got woods and stuff around there. And where I live at is definitely not the woods. So, I guess that's another thing that when they find out, it's just that like it kills them. It's like, wow, he hasn't been in the hood for, and that kills them. And I come back. I come back every single year, and during the year, in the middle of the year, and I give back. I give back what the hood made me. The hood made me DJ Phase. All right. The hood is what gave me whatever. So I come back and I bring back, And if you think that's not true, come and see me on the 25th of July. Come and see me. See the speakers and the equipment rocking, booming, the beats and all of that stuff that we rock, how we do, and look how we dress. Come and see how we do. And it ain't nothing new. When you come to my event, you know that we've been doing that. We've been going in a circle, getting on the dance floor, rocking. We've been showing how to. We've been doing that. So that's the problem. They hate that. They hate to see, that's us. That's what we do. So that's why. All right, I gotta go. I gotta go. I gotta go. This is too much. You guys, oh my goodness. Um, right. Listen, I think this guy said it, Big said it much better. He said, "You are a troll. Satan send you back to cinder. Satan sent you." That's deep. That's deep. Satan sent you. Hate sent you. That's deep. That's deep. We come in here, right, and we're vibing with each other, and Satan sends people in here. That means that we're doing something right. Oh man, that just sent chills in me right now. Biggs, that sent chills in me right now. To know that they send Satan, send trolls after me. Satan. Love it, man. Whoo! I must be hitting them nerves. I must be, oh my goodness, I'm hitting them nerves. They send Satan's trolls. All right. I don't keep on saying it. I gotta get out of here. I gotta get out of here. I gotta get out of here. But oh my God. Okay, listen. So hey, listen, my main crew, if I didn't say you, peace. I love you guys. I love you guys. Please, please, let me go to this Cash App, my PayPal, and see that y'all guys put something in there. Please let me see from this one right here that you guys say, yo, Phase, we love you. It's a new year. We got to do this. I'm not monetized yet. So as soon as I get monetized, then y'all going to have to do it anyway. So hit me. Do something. All right? Cool DJ Phase. He's here because even liars want to know the truth, and only FBA tells it. Respect to you, God, for keeping it real. JD, peace. 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 Yes. All right. Riri said he's gone, but he's not gone. Let me tell you why he's not gone. Because he has about 100 different names, accounts, about 100. And so he'll come back and as somebody else, and so on and so on. But that's what they do. They're so addicted to us that that's what they do. All right, guys, that's it. That's it. I'm done. Okay, who is this? Folks are upset because the young and older people are no longer being quiet while what we've done is stripped from our culture and rebranded as someone else's. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Can't get no realer than that. Can't get no realer. Tammy Dorsey, 58, 56. I hope you're subscribed. I hope you like. I hope you share. I hope you donate. All right. We need you. We need you. We need you guys. We need you guys. Okay. We need this book to come out. We need to keep our foots on their necks. I need you. We need you. Okay. So hit that like, hit that share, hit that subscribe, hit that notification, hit that donate. All right? Let's do this. All right? Okay. All right, everybody. Listen, I say it all the time. All right. Oh, see, Tammy, just see. Well, you guys, I gotta throw it up there. You guys gotta look at this. Look at this. Look what Tammy just said. Just sent my support. Love you, brother. Keep repping our culture. See what I'm talking about? And that's what we need. This is what's going to make us be okay. Because one thing I want you guys to know that when the book comes out or whatever, you guys can say, yo, phase, I'm in this position or whatever, I need this or whatever, I'm going to give it to you. Everybody can tell you that about me. I'm going to give it to you. I don't have to do the free concert that I do every year. I don't have to. I don't have to give out food. I don't have to give out school supplies. I don't have to do none of that. But I do it because that's us. And we have to stick together. We got to support each other. We got to come together. See how this fist comes together? That fist, see the fist the size of my head. We got to come together and swing this fist together. See, look. See that? That's together. We got to do that. We got to make that fist. All right? All right. I got to go. I got to go. So hit that like, hit that share, and oh wow, see, oh my God, they just Okay, all right. So now listen, this is what I'm going to say too. All right, so Dre came in here talking about the quarterfield, and I want to show you guys a quarterfield. I want to show you the guys the AJ Lester quarterfield. I want to show y'all guys a picture of AJ Lester. I want to show you guys a picture of British Walker. Okay, I want to show you guys that. I want to show you. I want to show you what the quarterfield looks like and everything. So I want to do that. Okay, and I'm gonna keep on showing pictures of when I was 8, 7, 8, 9, 10 years old, and what I was rocking. What I was dressing, how I was dressing, and what I was rocking about, and my family and people around me, and my friends and everybody, how we were rocking. Okay, so we've been asking that for years now. We've been asking, okay, can you please show some pictures of how your family was dressing back in 1970 and 71? Can you please show us that? And I have not seen not one picture. Not one picture. The closest picture I see is in the 80s. I see in the 80s. And by that time, come on, man. We wasn't rocking like that. All right. We wasn't rocking the fat shoelaces and all that and lead all of that stuff in the 80s. We have been done and stop wearing it, because as soon as you guys get it, we definitely ain't never wearing it again. Never. Okay, we're never gonna wear it again. So I want to show you guys that. I want to show you the stuff that we was rocking and how we rocked it and all that. All right. And I'll be going down south later on, not this month, next month. I'll be going down south, and so I'll be taking pictures of the 9-8, that I still own to this day. I'll show you a picture of the Park Avenue that I still own till this day. I'll show you a picture of the Volkswagen Beetle Bug that I still own till this day. Okay, and so yeah, I'll show you the amplifier and then the Macintosh and then all of that. Okay, so that's what I want to do. But so I'm gonna try it again. I'm gonna look in the Cash App, and I'm gonna definitely see what's in the Cash App, and if everything is looking right, then or the PayPal, then tomorrow, guys, I'm gonna blow your minds again. I'm gonna blow your mind again. So remember, let's keep our feet on these thieves. Let's keep our feet on their necks. Let them slither around all they want to. Let them try to come in here and watch what we're doing at all times. But we got this. We got this. And we never gonna let them take our culture. We never gonna let them take our creations. All right? We got this, y'all. So peace. I'm gonna throw up the thing up there one more time. All right. Hold on. Where you at, Riri? Let's throw it up for them. Where you at? Where you at? There you go. Okay. All right. And I'm out.